So I'm here in India with this charity, Snahalia, which means Home of Love. I love that name, Home of Love. And you might be able to hear the sound of children. So I'm living with hundreds of children and young people who have sadly been abandoned. They have mental health issues, HIV, they've been abused, but um, there's so much life and energy and very beautiful. I'm glad that I'm in India and not in the UK because of what's happening with the UK breaking away from the EU, and wow, it's messed up times. Messed up times. The UK, I just don't understand it. You know, the UK gave my family a safe place to set up home during or before the Holocaust started, when things were changing in Europe. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us being allowed to come in and set up home there, a new life, because we would have been, my great-grandparents were killed in the Holocaust, and the rest of us would have, well, not me, but, you know, my grandparents would have. So it makes me so angry and really sad that we're just closing ourselves off. I don't even want to say we anymore. I don't feel like I'm part of a country that, I don't want to be part of a country that is just so closed. Anyway, that aside, I'm here in India, and so I'm here to look at mental health, and I'm here to look at, well, it was more to look at mental health, but I've also been meeting with LGBT community. As I said, I love being here with these children and young people that big hearts. But the rest of society, well, every society has its flaws. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, obviously, I'm major flaws. But I stand for love and peace and harmony and everyone living together as equal, and it's not the case in society in general. Here, the LGBT community are underground, they're hidden. I mean, homosexuality is still illegal here, punishable by prison. It's just so strange to be in such a... and so sad again. So I met with LGBT community, and secret locations. It's all secret, all secret. People are secret in their marriages. You know, they're really gay, but they're married, and I know that happens everywhere, but it's a particular problem in India, and there's stigma and there's discrimination, and they don't even call gay men gay. They call them MSM, which stands for men having sex with men. That's what they call them, because they just associate homosexuality with sex. And it's so sad. It's so sad. And I spoke to these men that are having to hide their sexuality, and young men that their parents are doing arranged marriages for them, and older men that are married and they just want to be with other men, and they're having to meet in secret in places to be with other men. It's so sad. Me, myself, here, I've been so welcomed. Everyone's so hospitable. Treat you a bit like a royalty. I wonder if they knew that I was gay, things would be different. And it's so sad that love is love. It's genderless. And I hope one day the society realises that. I've also been looking at mental health. I came here to look at the mental health of young people. Mental health is not really something that's monitored in young people here, and it needs to be. Physical health obviously is. These children, many of them have HIV, and the physical health is monitored constantly, it's addressed constantly. Mental health, no. There's a massive stigma here in terms of mental illness. It's very sad. And the things I've seen have really been... Things have got to change. I visited Mauli. Mauli is a mental health hospital where people go and they don't come out. They go in, their heads are shaved, they have to wear a red uniform. When they first come in, they're put in this small room with others sleeping on the floor and just medicated and nothing else. And after 1 month, they're moved up to the big general ward and they are there for life. Just there, medicated and nothing else. There was one woman I will never forget. One woman, she came up when I visited and she said that she had a degree in science. She'd just done her degree in science. And I said to them, I said, well, maybe she can recover. And no, she'll not recover. She'll a young woman. I went to meet to another psychiatric hospital where ECT is preferred method. And ECT, I find it works for some people, but it shouldn't be so widely used. And only if it's the last alternative. It's used so regularly and frequently here, and that needs to change as well. All of it was quite disturbing, but one of the most disturbing things I saw, people are still chained here if they have a mental illness, and they're beaten. I didn't see it happening, but I saw someone chained up. And they're beaten. Sometimes they're beaten with, or not beaten, but hot metal is put against their heads to get whatever is in them out. In this world, we have addressed, or we're addressing, physical health globally. HIV, AIDS, Ebola, different things I see on the news or the UN or the World Health Organization reports on. We need to focus on mental health and mental illness, because it's not just India and I'm not trying to criticize, I'm not trying to go against. It's about working together, and it's about seeing the bigger picture and talking about recovery and just managing mental health, just like we're doing for physical health here. There are things going on in this world that people are not aware of in terms of mental illness, the way that people are chained up, put in cages in some countries. Now, when are we going to end this practice? And when are people going to start standing up and speaking out about it? I mean, people that can make a difference, because things need to change. And the lady that came up to me in the hospital to say she had the science degree, and she said to me, there is only life. She said to me, there is only birth and there is only death. Everything else in between means nothing. They're there waiting to die. And they showed me a film, you know, people die in the wards and they do a burial or cremation and everyone mourns. It's constant grief. As I said, I don't want to attack, I don't want to criticize, I want to work together to make a difference, to show we cannot give up on people with mental illness. And that's what's happening here. So we must continue to fight. Thank you.